Namaskar Cambridgians, bonjour tout le monde, j'espère vous allez bien et aujourd'hui on va commencer avec un nouveau sujet, c'est impératif. Mais on a déjà étudié ce sujet, we've already studied this topic which we are going to start today, that is imperative. Okay, children, can you see this image? It's written that apprenez l'impératif sans stresser. Because sometimes children face problem in this topic, imperative, but it's not very difficult. So I've written this line, apprenez l'impératif sans stresser. Learn imperative without stress. Now see. L'imperative is the mode utilisé pour. The imperative is a mode used for. Now there are certain things why we should use imperative. Premier shows exprimer un ordre. Exprimer ça veut dire to express. To express an order. If you want to tell someone that okay do this thing or do like anything, like you want to give order, you can use imperative. Then second, a conseil. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire conseil? What is conseil? Conseil means advice. When you want to advise someone. Then third, your recommendation. Recommendation. When you recommend something, okay, I think you should do this. So then also you can use imperative. Okay, recommendation, recommendation. A quatrième forme, une interdiction. Interdiction, ça veut dire prohibition. Okay, prohibit. When you want to say something that someone that don't do this in negative form, then also you can use imperative. So exprimer un ordre, express an order, conseil, advice, recommandation, recommendation, interdiction is prohibition. Now, il y a trois formes dans l'impératif. There are three forms in imperative. Tu, nous et vous. D'accord? Voilà un exemple. Marcher. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire marcher? Here is an example. And what is the meaning of marcher? To walk. You can see this man is walking. Okay. Now you can see, children, that there are three forms in imperative. Tu, nous and vous. So we will write the conjugation of tu, nu, vu in present tense, but we will not write tu, nu, vu. Okay? We will write the conjugation of tu, nu, vu, but we will not write tu, nu, vu. And you can see that marche is written with tu form, then with nu we have written marchand, with vu we write marche ez ending, but we have not written tu, nu, vu. Now children, you have observed one thing, that in er ending verbs with tu form, the ending is always es, but here ending is not es. Here it's e. Why? Because there is a rule that in imperative, in er ending verbs, there is a rule that in tu form, the ending is not es, we remove s and we write only e. We don't write es, we remove s and we write only e. Okay, and then after that exclamation mark, then exclamation mark, you have to put in imperative. So this is simple er ending verb. Now next verbs, courir and sauter. Now it's written formation. Le verbe se conjugue sans pronoun. The verb is conjugated without subject pronoun. Tu, nous, vous is not there. Only the conjugation is there. So you can see that cour, C-O-U-R-S, is the conjugation with tu. C-O-U-R-O-N-S, couron is with nous. And coure, C-O-U-R-E-Z, with vous. Okay? Cour, couron, coure. Now, children, have you observed this thing? You can ask me or you can get confused that, ma'am, you have told that with tu form will remove s. But why s is here? Because it is not er ending verb, children. It is ir ending verb. And the rule goes for er ending verbs. Right? So, courir is ir ending verb. And in ir ending verb, if s is there, it's okay. You will not remove it. But only in er ending verbs, you have to remove s. Then kuro and kure. With nu it's kuro and with vu it's kure. Now you can see here saute is a verb. Saute is simple er ending verb and the meaning is to jump. Okay. So again now you can see that with tu form es should be there. Now I have removed s here. It's saute. S is not there. So saut. Then sautant simple ons, then saute ez, and at last you have to put exclamation mark everywhere for imperative. Okay, here also you have to put exclamation mark. Then next, Les verbes ont IR et les verbes ont ARE prennent la même forme que celle du présent de l'indicatif. They are saying that for IR and ER ending for IR and RE ending verbs, the conjugation will be same in present tense, simple. Like in finir, IR ending verb. Finir is IR ending verb, and it's simple. We remove R, and we write till I. Then with tu ending is S. With nu ending is double SONS. With vu ending is SSEZ. So it's same, just like simple present tense. We write the conjugation of IR. It's same. We have just not written tu, nu, and vu, and simply written just the conjugation. And at last you can put exclamation mark. Now next, RE ending verb also you can see, children, that with you in fair conjugation FAI is there. So simple, normal present tense conjugation. Then with nu it's faison, FAISONS. ONS is the ending. So then exclamation mark. Then with vu fair conjugation it's fet. So same and exclamation mark. So in this slide they are saying that in IR ending verb and in RE ending verb it's a normal ER ending simple present conjugation. We have just not written tu nu vu, and conjugation is same. Then next, if you want to do it in negative, now children, again you can see here I have taken ER ending verb only. So parle, S we have removed because with tu form in ER we remove S. So S is not there. Then again with nu it's parlons, ONS is there. Then with would parle, and I have not written tu nu vu because we'll not write. And at last exclamation mark is also there. Now this slide is saying that when you want to change normal ER or IR or RE in negative, just before the verb you will put na, and after the verb you will put pa. Here also before parlons you will put na, after parlons pa. Then with before parle na will be there, and after parle pa. So parle means speak. Parlons means let us speak. Whenever children, yes, one more thing I want to discuss, that whenever nu form is there, nu conjugation we are writing, the meaning in English is coming let's speak. Parle, speak. Then na parle pa, don't speak. Na parlons pas, let's not speak. Then na parle pas, don't speak. Okay. Then next, now children, there are certain irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are mainly savoir, être, vouloir and avoir. You can see the conjugations are totally different. In savoir, in normal present tense, it is SAIS, but here it's SACHE. Then sachon, sachet. So all these four verbs are irregular, which you have to learn. Okay. But why I have added ale here? Ale is not irregular, but why I have added? Because children, listen, it's simple ER ending verb. It's ER ending verb, but it's not simple. It's irregular. So that's why I have added this. But if you have observed that in ale verb with you we have VAS. S is also there. In ale conjugation with tu form VAS is there, but before 5 minutes I have told you the rule that in tu form it's in ER ending verb. Ale is ER ending verb. In ER ending verb with tu form we drop S. We remove S. That's why S is not written. Okay, then allons, ale. It is irregular verb in ER ending verb, but according to imperative it's not irregular. If you know the conjugation of ale, it's almost same. Only you have to remove S. Otherwise these four verbs are irregular, which you have to learn. Now after this, children, here are 3 sentences written with être. In être conjugation with tu is sois, with nu it's soyon, and with vous it's soyez. Then sois gentil means be kind. Sois honnête means be honest. Sois un ami means be a friend. So I have used these expressions with être so that you can understand like how you can use it. Now the last point is, children, very important, le imperative or negative reflexive verbs. Now before discussing reflexive verbs in negative, first of all you see that reflexive verb se raser means to shave oneself. So se raser is a pronominal verb. First I am telling you how to do it in affirmative and then in negative. Now children, if you remember, any pronominal verb with you we write the and then the verb, right? I'm just explaining you. For any pronominal verb with you you will write the and then the verb. With nu you will write nu and then the verb, and with vu you will write vu and then again vu and then the verb. So what we are going to do, first thing we will remove tu. Okay, we'll remove tu. Then children, this the will come after the verb and it will become tua. Okay, we have removed tu because in imperative we don't write tu, nu and vu. So we have removed tu. Then the will come after the verb. Here we will write the verb, the conjugation. So after the verb the will come and spelling of the will be tua. So like raze verb, it's simple er ending verb, and in er ending verbs I have already told you that with tu form we remove s. So spelling will be ras, R-A-S-E. Then this the will become tua. It will come after the so tua. Then nu and vu spelling will not change. Only position will be changed. So for example, nu razon. So nu we have removed because we don't write nu. Then another nu is there. So placement will be changed. So nu will come here after the verb, but spelling is same. And vu also similarly vu raze. So one vu we have removed because we'll not write in imperative. Then second vu we will place it after the verb and spelling is also same. Only in tu form the changes to tua. And children, in negative we are not changing anything, we are just putting it same. Na ta raspa, here z will not be there, it's by mistake z is there. So na ta raspa, because see before the verb we put ta. In pronominal verb, before the conjugation we put ma ta sa. So before ras ta is there. So before that na ta raspa, na nu, then this is ma ta sa one, then razo pa, then na vu raze pa. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, because reflexive verbs are also important in imperative, very important, and it a bit complicated also. So I hope you have understood. Révisez ce sujet proprement, étudiez bien, ne gaspillez pas votre temps. Don't waste your time, children. This time is very crucial. Okay, bonne chance, étudiez bien. Au revoir.